Hey guys, welcome back or welcome for the first time. Since we're live and we haven't been live in a couple weeks, I'm going to get all of the articles ready to go and we'll get everything set up and we'll get the video started. For people who have never been here before, when we actually go ahead and we go live, it's about 45 minutes of a video for people to ask questions or anything like that. So while you're here, definitely get your questions answered. If you're here after, it's not live and after it's just on YouTube, you can still ask your questions. We will try to answer those. So that being said, I think I should be ready to go any second now. So welcome to people who are already here. Good morning, Ed. Try to answer as many questions as possible. So the rundown is basically the same exact thing that the way we do it when we just put a video out there. Morning. Hello, Greg. So I'm going to go over, excuse me. I'm going to go over any news and notes that we need to go over from yesterday. I'm going to go over the weather for today. Then we go over the pitchers. And since it's live, we're going to go over some of the bats and possibly try to answer as many possible questions as I can while you guys are here. So if you are here, please watch the video. Thumbs it up. Be a subscriber if you are not already. Definitely hit that bell notification because not just because you're a subscriber now, the way YouTube does it, it doesn't notify you when we go live or when this video actually gets posted to YouTube. You have to hit the bell notification. So that is something that you can do while you're here. So while people are trickling in, just kind of, I've got everything up. The weather's up here. So as most of you know, or some of you know, my actual desktop computer took a crap on me. So I have my laptop here with an external monitor. Usually the monitor's right here. So I apologize if it looks like I'm not paying attention. I'm looking off to the side. My main monitor's over here. So yeah, just wanted to give you guys a heads up on that. So I mean, people are trickling in, but I highly bet people are going to start coming in. So we're just going to get started. So welcome. It's today. It's Saturday. We're live. It's September 15th. MLB DFS video brought to you by Daily Roto Help. So looking at today's weather, just kind of, I mean, it's a full slate, so we know what to expect. Something's going to happen. It's September, we've got the hurricane on the East Coast. What's going to happen? We'll kind of see here. So the hurricane's either passed or the rain is still there. We're going to have to look at some stuff. So looking at it, the Nationals at the Braves is the first game. Now, it should be 90 degrees and partly cloudy most of the day. Then it moves to mostly cloudy. Then there's thunderstorms about 3 hours after the game, or about 5 hours after the game starts. Monitor the situation. Weather can move in. It doesn't look like weather will move in this game at all. For the most part, I think we're pretty clear, which is great, especially for a Saturday, a full slate. I don't think there's going to be any weather concerns at all. So now we're just going to look at if there's wind, if there's humidity, how hot it is. The game in Atlanta is 90 degrees, 50% humidity. Ball can fly out. I absolutely love Ronald Acuna here. Kid's a stud. Mostly cloudy, 80 degrees. We are good, guys. I mean, everything is looking perfect. The temperatures are, brisk fall days and night. So we are good. Weather should not be a factor in your matchups today. So that being said, I'm going to go over the pitching. So just like normal, while I'm talking about the pitching and going over all the matchups, if you have any questions, get those in the chat here while you guys are live here. I will answer those as soon as I get done with this. Possibly, maybe I will be able to answer them while talking about the pitching. So any questions you guys have, put those in the chat here. A heads up, looking at don't forget to do the home run contest. but don't put it in the chat. Once this video posts to YouTube, then go ahead and put it in the comment section. Now, I forgot to look before we started. I forgot to look completely about the contest. So we're going to do that real quick. But if you guys do have any questions, please get those asked. Actually, it does not appear. I guess Tommy Pham was one. We had one person comment yesterday for the home run contest. So did he hit a home run is the only question that I have to look at. So there's one person, Tommy Pham, 3rd inning. They put 7:16 p.m., but they did it during the day. So I think they thought maybe I said to put the timestamp of when they think the home run's going to be hit. I hope not. But check it out. Tommy Pham did not hit a home run. He did hit a double, though. So that was it for that. So that's it for the home run contest. I apologize if you can hear the dogs in the background. They are outside this window. So hopefully you can hear me. Can everyone hear me? Is the mic crisp? I mean, is the video fast? The mic is crisp. Everything's good to go? Hopefully. Just someone let me know. The mic sounds great. Everything is good. The dogs. It's probably picking up the dogs as well. Crispy like KFC. I'll take it. Okay, so the first game on the slate is the Dodgers at the Cardinals. I believe the Dodgers have taken the first 2 games, which is great because there's a bunch of people that I know that are they're Cardinals fans and they're at the game. But anyway, so we got Rich Hill versus John Gant. Rich Hill, we know what he's done. He's very inconsistent as a pitcher. He's either hurt, he's got a blister or something, but he's been solid lately. Going against Cardinals, 31 plate appearances, 250 batting average. John Gant, 11 plate appearances, 200 batting average against him. I like a couple of the Dodgers bats, but there's not a lot that jumps out at me right in this game. Probably not. If I would take a pitcher, maybe Rich Hill, but I don't see the reason for it. And we'll go through all of them. Our cheat sheet is already live at dailyrotohelp.com. So if you want to check that out, you can. And I'll put this out there. If anyone wants to donate money to help these streams, to help anything like that, in the chat down below, you can hit the money $, send a super chat. You can send from, I believe it's $1 to, what is it? It's $1 to $500. So if anyone would like to do that, help the channel out, you absolutely can. Another way to help the channel out is put your ad blocker off while you're watching these videos and click the ads. That helps as well, and it's super cheap. It's free, actually. So, but anyway, so moving to the next game, Nationals at the Braves, Jeremy Hellickson versus Julio Teheran. Hellickson, 154 plate appearances, 215 batting average against Teheran, 215 plate appearances, 286 batting average. I don't like either of these pitchers. They've seen each other a ton, and each team has had success. Now, while Hellickson has a 215 batting average against him, the Braves are absolutely on fire. The thing that jumps out here is Bryce Harper. Now, when people talk about BVP, there's some people for BVP, which is batter versus pitcher, and there's a lot of people against it. I'm for it, but when it is this prevalent, you have to take a look at it. And we're absolutely going to look at it after we talk about the pitchers. But Bryce Harper's numbers against Teheran are just absolutely stupid. So when you do the home run contest, I'm assuming a lot of people are going to do Bryce Harper. They're going to do a certain inning. Whoever puts the timestamp in there first, and if he does hit a home run that inning, it will be the winner. So when this video posts to YouTube, don't put it in the live chat, but put it in the comment section. Be the first person to put his name. His numbers are absolutely ridiculous. And if you haven't looked at them yet, I'm going to talk about them, but you can take a look and check them out for yourself right now. Stupid numbers. Tigers at the Indians, Michael Fulmer versus Mike Clevenger. I don't trust Fulmer. He's been very inconsistent, really screwed me over a lot this season. That's why I'm playing for 5th place in my season long instead of still in the championship run. I'm probably going to win 5th place. My team did not show up for the past 2 weeks where I got beat. And then, of course, the week that doesn't really matter, I'm dominating. My pitchers have 6 wins already. They had, I think, 1 win last week. It was absolutely stupid. But anyway, Michael Fulmer against the Cleveland Indians, 144 plate appearances, 273 batting average. Clevenger, 65 plate appearances, 183. I kind of like Clevenger here because the Tigers are so bad. 65 plate appearances, pretty decent number against a very bad Tigers defense and offense and general manager. Just everything about the Tigers is terrible right now. So I really like Clevenger here. I absolutely do not like Michael Fulmer. We could be looking at the Indians' bats here. Jose Ramirez is due for a home run. Francisco Lindor's at the top of all of our projections. I really like the Indians stack. Reds at the Cubs, Cody Reed versus John Lester. John Lester has struggled this season. It's true. Cody Reed has been iffy, but against the Cubs, Cody Reed has 58 plate appearances. So seen him a handful of times, whether or not it's the bullpen, whether or not it's the start. 58 plate appearances, a 367 batting average against him, only 20.7 K rate. Absolutely love the Cubs here to go off. He's the lefty, so look at the righties. You could be looking at Chris Bryant, look at Baez. Almora's probably in there. David Bodie's probably in there. Absolutely love a Cub stack here. John Lester, 181 plate appearance, 262 batting average. I actually kind of like Lester here. As bad as he's been, though, leaning towards an SP2, leaning towards a GPP tournament pitcher on FanDuel. The Mets at the Red Sox, it was absolutely a delight to see the Red Sox lose last night. Syndergaard dominated. We had rats in the game. It was crazy. We got Corey Oswalt versus Rick Porcello. Oswalt's never faced the Red Sox before. Kind of scares me a little bit. Porcello, 33 plate appearances, 321 batting average. If you want to go contrarian, a lot of people will probably be on Porcello. If you want to go contrarian, I don't mind a Mets stack. GPP, completely GPP Mets stack, but I don't mind it. Look for the cheap bats. Look for the lefties. Just look for the BVP. I don't mind a Mets stack as a contrarian GPP. I'm not saying it's going to win, but if they can go off like they did last night, you're going to be ahead of the game because I bet it's going to be less than 5% out. So anyone in the chat, welcome. There's 14 people as of right now. If you could like this video, thumbs it up, please. That would be helpful. Let's get the ratio better than 14 people with only 3 likes. So let's hit that thumbs up button. Super easy, super cheap, super free. So next game is the Blue Jays at the Yankees. Sean Reed-Foley. I think Sean Reed-Foley versus CC Sabathia. Now, I believe Foley faced them. I want to say he faced them 2 weeks ago. I want to also say he did not get out of the first inning. I could be thinking of the wrong person, though. August 18th against the Yankees at Yankee Stadium. It's the same thing back at Yankee Stadium. So it's been about a month. 4.1 innings, gave up 6 earned runs, 8 runs sold, 7 hits, 3 home runs, 6 strikeouts, 5 groundouts, and 10 fly balls. Absolutely love the Yankee stack here again. I had them as the top stack last night. They went off. They had 5 runs in the first inning. It was a great game overall. The team now, when you're trying to stack, you want the home runs. We had McCutchen. He had a home run. Didi had a home run. They won. They put up 11 runs and only hit 2 home runs and still had that much success. That is hopefully they're rounding up and the team is coming. Aaron Judge got activated from the DL, but he's not allowed to swing a bat. So what he did was they waited for him. They waited for the bottom of the 7th. After 3 outs, he went in to play the field the top of the 8th, and they did it where he went in for a guy who just batted so he wouldn't have to bat. Huge. He didn't play a factor in touching the ball at all on defense, but just being out there on the field, the stadium came alive. Hopefully they continue this. Hopefully Aaron Boone just stops and lets him bat. Would absolutely love to see it. Them start to take a run. I mean, they have the very slimmest chance to take the East, but if they can keep a stranglehold on wild card spot number 1, they're going to have home field advantage. So absolutely love the Yankees as a stack here. We had Tanaka as one of our pitchers last night. Sabathia has been iffy lately, but 202 plate appearances, 225 batting average against the Blue Jays. This is where Sabathia turns it up. With whatever he has left in the tank, he comes alive when it needs to be. Hopefully it is today. It's an afternoon game, so they're not part of the main slate. They're part of the early slate, which is a few games. We won't have any lineups with them in it. We'll only have main slate lineups, but that's something to pay attention to. Next game is Athletics at the Rays. Liam Hendricks versus Ryan Stanek. This might be the first game of the season or ever that It's the relief pitcher day. Now, I want to see how many innings Hendricks, because when he played the Yankees, I believe he only went 1 or 2 innings, and then I haven't paid attention. But, yeah, so Liam Hendricks is averaging his last 5 starts, he has 5.2 innings pitched. Against Baltimore, one inning, gave up 1 hit, no strikeouts. He's had in 5 starts, 5.2 innings, he's had 4 Ks. So this is going to be a bullpen day for both of these teams. So you're not looking at either of these pitchers. You're not looking at Hendricks. You're not looking at Stanek. It's going to be an odd day for both teams. A's won it in extra innings last night. Hopefully Tampa Bay can win it in extras today, or not extras, just win the game. So Liam Hendricks, Ryan Stanek, we can already take out of the 30 pitchers on the slate, we can already take 2 off because they're going to get you 1, maybe 2 innings, and that's not worth it. White Sox at the Orioles, Reynaldo Lopez versus Jeffrey Ramirez. Lopez, 12 plate appearances, 375 batting average. Jeffrey Ramirez, never faced the White Sox before. Jeffrey Ramirez, let's see, what is he averaging? I don't know if he's a bullpen guy, just the way everything's going. You honestly have to look to see how many innings these guys are getting. Jeffrey Ramirez, 2 innings pitched, September 11th. September 7th, 1.1 innings pitched. 0.2 innings, 3 innings, 3 innings. So you're not looking at this. You're not looking at these pitchers here. I'm not looking at Lopez. I guess maybe you could look at him as GPP, but 12 plate appearances, 375 batting average. It's not a lot to go on, but Reynaldo has not been as advertised, I guess, as the bigger prospect that he was when he got traded over for the Chris Sale deal. Marlins at the Phillies, it's funny. It is 9:15 a.m. and Marlins don't have a starting pitcher named yet as of right now. Phillies, Vince Velasquez, 91 plate appearances, 200 batting average against him. Love Vince Velasquez here. It's going to save you salary if you're paying up for pitchers like Madison Bumgarner, which we will get into. Love Vince Velasquez here. D-backs, does it sound like I'm yelling, or is it like a good volume for the mic? I feel like I'm yelling, but I also don't know. Let me know. I mean, I have a deep voice. I bit my tongue, so I'm like trying, but should be good. It sounds like I'm yelling, but maybe I'm not. So D-backs at the Astros, Zach Godley versus Charlie Morton. I don't really like Godley here. It's hard to take a pitcher against the Astros because it's the Astros. Looking at Morton, 120 plate appearances, 239 batting average. Morton had started off super hot. So if we're looking at, when Morton was doing really well, Alex Keuchel was struggling. And then I don't know what happened, All-Star break or whatever, they literally turned around. So Morton, his last start against Boston, 5 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, gave up 1 home run, only had 3 Ks. Got the W in that. I'm sure you can hear the dogs. They're really awesome dogs when they're sleeping. Morton's start against Oakland, 4.2 innings, 3 earned runs, 3 Ks. Against Seattle, 5 innings. So he hasn't gone over 5 innings since August 11th, where he went 6 innings. So it's been a month since he's gone over 5 innings. That scares me a little bit just because of the price you're paying. Now, the price you're paying, now without looking, I'm going to look, but without knowing, I'm just going to assume the price we're paying for Charlie Morton, he's still priced up on the sites because of who he was the start of the season. Let's see what his price is. Charlie Morton still, well, he's only 7,400. He's just not getting into games long enough lately. I don't know if I can trust him enough. I don't trust Zach Godley, though. So that's just a thing right there. Pirates of the Brewers, Ivan Nova versus Zach Davies. Nova, I can't trust him against the Brewers because they're such a hot-hitting team. Davies, 97 plate appearance, 337 batting average against him. You could be looking at some Pirates bats here. I don't trust either of these guys at all. Twins at the Royals, Chase DeJong versus Ian Kennedy. Can't trust either of these guys either. DeJong, don't know what you're going to get out of him. You don't know how long he's going to be in the game. Ian Kennedy is a very, very high percentage fly ball pitcher. It is KC in Kauffman Stadium. That is a pitcher's park, but the Twins can hit, and they've got some. I mean, Joe Mauer's been on fire lately. Jorge Polanco's been on fire. Robbie Grossman's been on fire. He's been one of their hottest hitters. If he's in the game, that's something to monitor. I don't trust either of these pitchers, though. Rangers at the Padres, Alex Claudio versus Eric Lauer. No, I don't like – I mean, you could look at maybe Claudio here because he is going up against the Padres at Petco Park. But looking at – let's see how long I don't know if he gets into games very long either because I don't think we've ever used him. I believe he was a bullpen guy. Yeah. Oh, my God. All these teams are doing bullpen days. Claudio has 1.1 innings pitched the game before that, 0.1 innings pitched the game before that, one inning. No. I don't know if this is a spot start, but, I mean, he just pitched 5 days ago. I don't trust him. I don't trust anyone here. Yeah, that's what I'm at. I don't trust these bullpen arms. They're not going to get there, so it's pointless. Rockies at the Giants, German Marquez versus Madison Bumgarner. Love Bumgarner here. Against the Rockies, 347 plate appearances, 240 batting average. It's being played at AT&T Park, so it's not Coors. I want to say his last start was against these Rockies, but it was in Coors, or 2 starts ago. Okay, 2 starts ago. So his last 2 starts against Milwaukee went 6 innings, gave up 5 earned runs. Against Colorado, 5 innings, 6 earned runs. So in his last 2 starts, 11 innings pitched, 11 earned runs, and 10 Ks. That's not good there. But those were home run hitting parks. Has he faced Colorado at home this season? He has not. Well, he has. Back in June, on June 27th, went 7 innings, had 8 Ks, gave up no earned runs, won game 1-0. At Colorado, 6 innings pitched. I like him at home more than I like him in Coors, which pretty much is the fact for any pitcher going against Colorado. You don't want to go in Coors. So I'm looking at Madison Bumgarner here. I really like him. And then the final game on the slate, the Mariners at the Angels, Erasmo Ramirez versus Andrew Heaney. The Mariners are a good hitting team. They're a playoff team. Andrew Heaney, 115 plate appearances, 250 batting average. He's a lefty. So give me all the Nelson Cruz. Give me all the Mitch Haniger. Cano hits lefties well. He's in there. Depending on who's going to be in there, I really like the Mariners here. And the Angels bats. They were eliminated yesterday. That's a fact. Erasmo Ramirez, let's see what his numbers look like. I don't think they're the best, but I also don't think they're bad. They're okay for who he is, which some of you might, if you're not like an avid baseball fan, you might not have heard of this guy. Okay, so Ramirez against the Yankees went 5 innings, gave up 2 earned runs. The Mariners won that game. September 3rd, his start before that against Baltimore, 5.1 innings, 1 home run, 1 earned run, got the W. They won 2-1. Against the Padres, he did get lit up for 7 earned. He beat the Diamondbacks in 6 innings. Erasmo Ramirez could be a GPP option or a very cheap option. Now, he currently costs, let's see, $6,500. He's not projected the best tonight, but he could, well, let's see DraftKings. Since DraftKings, he's $5,400. He could be a very sneaky option, maybe. Now, with the Angels already being eliminated, we already kind of knew that maybe they'll throw some of their September call-ups in and just kind of give them a showcase. We'll see. We're 12 hours from the start of no, we're more than 12 hours. We're 13 hours from their start, so their lineups aren't even going to be out yet, obviously. But those are the pitching options, guys. I will go over the bats real quick. So, again, if you have any questions, get those questions asked. Get them in the chat here while we're live. We go about 45 minutes, so we got about 20 minutes left. I saw Ohtani has been bad. He's not been bad, but just to hear people say, oh, he could be rookie of the year. No, he's not. I don't even know if he has enough at-bats to be rookie of the year. Any tips on the very early slate? Ed, FanDuel, if I recall, you play FanDuel, correct? Or do you play DraftKings? Best two pitchers. Best. Who has the better options? I like Bumgarner. It's kind of scary. Rich Hill a little bit. Clevenger. If we're going best two, I love Vince Velasquez. He could be under the radar pick here. Velasquez could be a good option. Bumgarner, Lester, Clevenger, if you want to go there. So Ed, FanDuel, very early only. I assume that's 2 games. It's the Dodgers at St. Louis and Atlanta at Washington. If you're taking a pitcher, I don't see how you don't take Rich Hill in this situation. And if I were to build a lineup around it, Rich Hill, you have to get Acuna in there. So very early on the slate, I would build around Rich Hill, Acuna, and Harper. Now, I'll tell you why Harper, and we're going to go over those numbers. For people who got in here a little bit late, he's going to be your top BVP pick of the day. Listen to these numbers from Harper. So he's batting .450 against Julio Teheran. 18 hits and 40 at-bats, 3 doubles, and 8 home runs. It seems like any time that Harper faces him, he hits a home run. So, again, 18 hits and 40 at-bats, 3 doubles, 8 home runs. 8 of his 18 hits are home runs. 11 of those 18 hits are extra base hits. He's only striking out 10.2%, so 5 strikeouts, .450 batting average, 1.125 slugging, and a weighted on base of .663. I saw a question there. Let it go. Any low-price pitching sensations? Tommy, we'll talk about that in a second. DJ, do you know anything about who is coming in for Oakland and Tampa Bay on the early slate? You mean pitching-wise? It's the bullpen day. It's Liam Hendricks, or it's Ryan Stanek and Liam Hendricks. They're going to go 1 inning apiece. Stanek might go 2 innings. It's very hard to narrow that down when you're going to get 1 inning, maybe 2 at most. And Liam Hendricks isn't even striking out people very much. Any low-price pitching sensations? Tommy, what website? FanDuel or DraftKings? And are we talking main slate, early slate? What are we talking about? What slate? Anything but do you think the Rockies going to blank out 2 nights in a row? At this part of the season, you never know what's going to happen just because we've got people we've never heard of getting called up, September call-ups. We've got sensations coming up. They're auditioning people for next season. That's pretty much what happens this part of the season. Can I say for certain? No, no one can say for certain, but it's hard. DraftKings late slate on DraftKings. You're looking for, so the late slate, do you mean the night slate or like 3 games, the 8:40 Eastern, or are you talking about the late night where it's 2 games, the 9:05 Eastern? That goes to Tommy. Which slate, the 3 game or the 2 game? The 3 game slate, so the night slate. So pitchers, you're looking at Marquez, Claudio, Lauer, Ramirez, Haney, and Bumgarner. Am I any low price pitching sensations? I can't trust. I mean, maybe Marquez, maybe Claudio is going to get. He's going to get you 1 inning, so he's out. Lauer, you can't trust. Erasmo Ramirez possibly because the Angels are bad. Erasmo's 5,400. Marquez is 12,000 though, so that's not cheap. Ramirez is the only cheap option there that you can trust. And being DraftKings, you need 2. So Bumgarner, Ramirez, there's not much. I don't like these 2 game slates. So Nick, you said, what about SP2 for the 2 game early slate? That's what sucks when it's a 2 game slate. Or wait, early slate is 4 games, right? Wait, 2-game DK early slate. I don't see a 2-game. Oh, the turbo. Rich Hill, Tehran, Helix, and Gant. You would look at Rich Hill, which means then you can't take any Cardinals bats. Tehran gets lit up. You have to get Harper in there. So I don't trust him. Helix again against Braves, maybe, but you want to get Acuna in there. And then John Gant against the Dodgers. I mean, you can maybe go Rich Hill versus John Gant and hope it's a pitcher's duel. But 2-game slates suck. It's oh, you want 4-game slate. CC, Lester, Chirinos is going to be. Oh, now they have Chirinos in there instead of Stanek. No, see, that's the thing. You have the option to pick who you want. They're each going to get an inning. That sucks. I would be looking at Sabathia, Lester. That's it. There's not a lot. I don't like that. These small slates where the pitching, where half of the pitchers are going to get you an inning as a starter, I don't like. I saw another question. Any low price Indian bats you like? So Ed, that's on FanDuel, so low priced. And they're playing the early. Let's see if I can find anyone's priced well-ish. Yandy Diaz, 2,900. Could be a good one. Yan Gomes there. I do love Lindor. Donaldson's still high priced considering he's played like 5 games this season. Not a lot of Indians bats, not cheap bats anyway. I love Jose Ramirez, Francisco Lindor. You could look at Yan Gomes depending on who's going to start behind the plate. Charlie Morton against. I like Charlie Morton against them as a tournament option. He was up here to start the season, and he's kind of right here trying to go up, but you can't trust him enough in a cash game. I don't mind Profar because he's a switch hitter. Beltre's also pretty good against lefties. I think I probably like Profar a little bit better than Beltre just because the salary, not much. So guys, real quick, for anyone, before we continue, for anyone who's been here before, you've heard me talk about drafters.com, and we've done videos about them, and it's super easy to win money there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to link you to it. You can sign up. If you sign up, you get $10 free to play with. And football is the easiest sport that I've found over there. So that's the link to that's the link right there for drafters.com. And what it is, it's like your season long. It's a snake draft. So only one person can have Drew Brees. Only one person can have Todd Gurley. You do a snake draft and you go through it. And a lot of people in this chat might be in it. I've seen a lot of people sign up. But you guys, you get $10 to play with. And you can use our cheat sheet. You can use our advice. You can use our free articles. You can use this video, our football video. You can build that awesome NFL lineup. And actually last week with drafters, I did, let's see. Week 1, there's a knock 'em out tournament, which is awesome. So people haven't played that before. It's pretty fun. I did a $3.30 buy-in. I got 3rd out of 6th place. I did a $22 head-to-head. I won $185 to $148 for $40. I did a $55 head-to-head. I won $160.64 to $132.14 for $100. So last week I put in, let's see, put in 80 bucks and I cashed out 140. So I've done really well playing on the site. So it's drafters.com. It's really fun, guys. You can do baseball, football, basketball once it comes. Football's super easy. There's a lot of people here that have been in it. So if you have been in it, let people know about it. If you had to pick one player, regardless of position, to build your lineup around, who would it be? Main slate. Main slate. I was going to say if it was all day slate or early, it's Bryce Harper. His numbers are absolutely ridiculous. But you want the main slate on FanDuel to build around. That's tough. Let's see. A lot of these are the early slate. That sucks. But if we're looking at pitchers, I actually don't mind German Marquez against the Giants. He's projecting out to be a really high projected pitcher tonight. If I'm building around it, though, batter-wise, Mike Trout, I mean, that's kind of like a cop-out because he's going to be the highest-priced bat on the slate. But you could look at Starling Marte. I kind of like him as well. Rhys Hoskins had a home run last night. Miami has updated. Now they're pitching Graves, B. Graves. No idea who that is. Let's see what his name is. Brett Graves. He has come in and he's pitched 2 innings, 2 innings, 2 innings, 1-1, 3-1, 2, 14 innings, getting 30 strikes, and then it's going to be the bullpen. So don't trust him. I'm definitely looking at the Philly stack here and Vince Velasquez. 4-game early slate bats. Is that Greg? Is that FanDuel? Is that DraftKings? FanDuel, DraftKings, which one for the early only? Not getting any answers. So let's just see if there's any news or notes. See if anyone's hurt, if anyone's coming back. Okay, so George Springer hurt his shoulder yesterday. He's probably out today, so definitely monitor that situation. Brandon Belt's probably out with renewed soreness in his knee, so that's a left-handed bat out against him. Clay Buchholz is out the rest of the season. Trevor Cahill could be out the rest of the season. So, yeah, there's not much news. It's this early. I do not like Zach Davies. His numbers against them are as follows. Where's it at? Did I pass him? Zach Davies has 97 plate appearances, 337 batting average against him. I don't trust him. Demetrius, you could look at a Boston stack just because can they really go, can they get blank 2 nights in a row? But depends on who you want to pull out of there since Corey Oswalt's never faced them before. You don't really know what you're going to get. Favorite Boston bats? None. They all suck. Let's see. I mean, JD Martinez is hitting home runs like he's on steroids. Mookie Betts leading off. Benintendi. It depends on who's. I mean, Mitch Moreland, if he starts, it could be a good one. Just don't know if he will. Trying to find Moreland on here. I like Moreland. I do. Cheap. He's 2,900, and he should be, if he's batting, he's usually batting third or fourth, so that's not bad. But yeah, I mean, some of the other bats I like on this slate completely. Just looking at hits, Carlos Gonzalez against Bumgarner's 21 for 67 with 5 doubles and 5 home runs. Does have 19 Ks. It's a 313 batting average, though. Harper against Tehran, we've already talked about, is batting 450 with 8 home runs. Arenado against Bumgarner's got 2 home runs. Kendrys Morales against Sabathia has 11 for 33 with 3 doubles and 2 home runs. The home runs are there for a lot of people. Eugenio Suarez against Leicester, 10 for 31, 3 doubles, 3 home runs. Joey Votto against Leicester, 9 for 37, 3 doubles, a triple, and 1 home run. There's a lot of bats that you can go with. A lot of cheap ones, a lot of expensive ones, depending on what slate you're playing. I'm assuming most people aren't going to be playing the all-day slate, just not the best. Best shortstop on the main slate. So let's see. Main slate, it's 8 games. Shortstop. Story against Bumgarner, yes, but if you want to go down further, you go Mondesi. Alberto Mondesi or Raul Mondesi, whichever he's going by now. Jorge Polanco could be good against Kennedy, who's a fly ball pitcher. I think it might go Trevor Story, Raul Mondesi, Polanco, Elvis Andrus. So, got about 3 more minutes left, guys. If you've got any questions, any other things, don't forget, follow us on dailyrotohope.com. Follow us on Twitter at FantasyAdvice22. You can always email me, support@dailyrotohope.com, if you have any questions that you can't ask here. Once this video goes live, once this is posted to YouTube, go to the comments. Don't forget to thumbs it up. Don't forget to hit the bell notification and be a subscriber. But comment down below who you think is going to hit home run, what inning you think they're going to hit the home run in, and then put your timestamp, because this is going to be a day where I think a lot of people are going to go with Harper. So it's going to be the first person that puts Harper's name with the timestamp, and by timestamp, if he hits a home run in that inning, that's going to be the winner for that. So don't forget to do that. Don't put it in the live chat here. Put it in the comment section once it goes live. Nova or DeJong? I would go DeJong over Nova. I saw another second base value all day. Are you talking FanDuel or DraftKings, Joel? No problem, Matt. If you win a ton of money, please go ahead and donate or hand me a tip. It's awesome. I've had one person tip me lately. I've had 2 people tip me. One won $1,500. Tip me a couple. I'm not going to say how much he tipped me. And then I had another person win $18,000, and they bought the season, or they bought the lifetime pass for $300 on our website. We've had someone in football a couple seasons back. We had someone win $25,000. He was like 1.2 points away from $50,000. So it sucks that he didn't win 50, but still won $25,000. Paid his school off. So you're looking at the second base value for the all-day slate on FanDuel. Brandon Lowell value against against Oakland. I won't say Liam Hendricks, but he's going to bat one day. Gleyber Torres, I like him, but you're looking for value. Josh Harrison could. Neil Walker, if he plays, I don't know if he'll play, though. Yaro Munoz is for St. Louis. Yeah, so Brandon Lowe could be good. I love Torres. I love Josh Harrison as well. Are you doing an NFL version of this too? Okay, so Matt, what we do is tomorrow morning about 9 a.m. Central. About the plan is for the same exact time that this is, tomorrow morning, we'll do football. I've already done, if you want to go check out, I've done the waiver wire article. I've done the positional rankings yesterday. I put in our article, it's part of our premium content, but I did half of each. So I did 15 players at each position at quarterback, wide receiver, running back, and tight end. In the video, I did 7, I believe, running backs. I did 8 or 9, but I gave out 7 of them in the order that we like them. And if you want to see the rest, it's part of our premium content. You can go check that video out, do the waiver wire video. So tomorrow morning, I will go live for NFL. We didn't do it at all last season, but a lot of people have been enjoying these live videos because we can talk back and forth. So 9 a.m. Central, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific, and whatever mountain time is, I don't know. Doesn't count. People don't live in the mountains. We'll go live on Sunday morning. We'll talk all things. We'll reiterate our videos from the rankings. We'll go through any weather concerns. If you're using a kicker, but you don't have to, but we can look at weather concerns. The thing is, last week I went tailgating, so I wasn't asked. I wasn't there for the video, but I took our lineups away from Cleveland at Pittsburgh. I really love James Conner, but the weather, it wasn't what I liked. I wish I would have kept him in there, but I didn't. But that is what we have for that's why we have the cheat sheet. That's why we have the articles, the videos. So if I'm not available, you can use those and dominate. Now, the articles, the cheat sheet, and the lineups are all part of premium content, so we don't go over those here. We go over a little bit. If you would like to check that out, it's dailyrotohelp.com/plans, or just go to dailyrotohelp.com and hit the sign up button. But we've got a lot going on. So 9 a.m. tomorrow, we'll go over everything for about an hour. We'll build you guys a lineup for FanDuel and DraftKings for GPPs for tournament. We'll try to do that. To end it, Ed, I loved it so much last year when Iowa football team kicked it. I was at the Iowa-Ohio State game when they won, when they put up 55. I was 8 rows behind their bench, and I was 13 rows behind the bench last week for what possibly was the most boring game I've ever been to. Terrible. What's the best stack for the main slate, DK? So DK, main slate. That's tough. A stack looking at maybe Pittsburgh, be a cheaper stack. I could see Pittsburgh being a good stack. I could see the Phillies I think it goes Phillies and then Pittsburgh for that. So that's all I've got, guys. Hopefully I was able to answer your questions. So I am leaving here in about, what is the time? Is it 10? I'm leaving here in about 2 hours. I'll be gone for a couple hours, then I'll be back. I'll build, so the cheat sheet's already out. I'll build the lineups. The lineups will be put out for the main slate. And then I'm going to a bar to watch the Iowa game. It's an Iowa bar. I'm going to the bar to watch the Iowa game. And that's at 6:30 p.m. They have not played an early game yet. So the first game they played was 2:30. The second game they played was last week at 4:30. Today's game is 6:30 p.m. And next week against Wisconsin at home is a 7:30 game. I'm not going to say they're going to beat Wisconsin because they've looked like their offenses look terrible. But usually if there's a home game at Kinnick at night on television, they dominate. So fingers crossed. But I should be able to answer any of your questions that you guys have up until game. So if you have other questions, you can always tweet at me at FantasyAdvice22. You can email me, support@dailyrotohelp.com. You can comment on these videos. I see that as well. Markakis or Juan Soto? Juan Soto. Soto against Tayron, lefty righty. If you want to look at, you're looking at Soto and Harper, you're going to be paying up pretty hefty there. But let's see. Oh. Let's see. I love Soto against Tayron, so I would go there. Didn't Kentucky just win? Didn't they beat? Or was it they got beat? No, Kentucky just beat, what, Florida last week, I think, if I recall. I don't know. I didn't watch any football because I was at the game. And we were streaming off the computer to the TV. There was 0 reception, so it was it's also just a very long day overall. But anyway, guys, that is the video. Thank you for the majority of you, spending 51 minutes of your time. I do not like Tayron. I like Tayron to get lit up. I like Tayron to get absolutely murdered in this game. Harper Soto against Tayron is where I'm at. Yeah, definitely follow us on Twitter. Matthew, follow us on YouTube here. Be a subscriber. Don't forget to do that. We do giveaways. So I've asked you guys what you think the contest should be. So in tomorrow's game, or in tomorrow's video for NFL, I need you guys to come with ideas of what kind of contest to do. So for baseball, we do who's going to hit a home run, what inning, and put a timestamp of when you say a comment. And if the people get that correct, you win a month free of MLB content. So with football, I need something. I need a contest you guys can do where you can win the next week for free. Whether or not I don't know. I suggested it in yesterday's video, but possibly what quarterback's gonna throw the most amount of throw for the most yards, and you predict what the yards is going to be, and whoever's closest without going over will be the winner. That's something we could do just to try out for 1 week to see. Just with so many games, it would just be overall, obviously not including the Thursday night game because it's already happened. But what QB you think is going to throw for the most yards and how many yards it is without going over. Price is Right rules. The next week will be for free. That's something we might go with just to try it out because no one's really given ideas like that we can use. But yeah, so Matt, it's kind of like that. Need to score the most touchdowns or throw for the most yards. I think throwing for the most yards would be the easiest because they have to throw the ball. Touchdowns, AJ Green had 3 touchdowns and then he just disappeared for the rest of the game. So you never know with football. Running backs, you never know who it's going to be. So I think that's what we'll do. The contest will be the quarterback who do you think's going to throw for the most yards and how many yards do you think they'll throw for? That's probably what we'll do. So Matthew, if you just found our channel, you just found our YouTube page, you just found our Twitter, go check out our 2 YouTube videos for football. It'll help you out. It'll get you in the mindset for tomorrow. It's the positional rankings. We got half of them up in the video and the other half are in our article. All of our articles, guys, are down below in the description of the video, so definitely go check that out. I thank you, everyone who has subscribed, who's watched this video, who's helped us out. If you ever feel the need you want to donate or give us a tip, you can email me, support@dailyrotohope.com, and I can give you my Venmo. I can give you my PayPal. You can do the super chat here. I can give you those things. I'm not asking for it, but if you guys feel the need to, we've had people do it before, I absolutely will not say no. If you want to subscribe to our site for the week, for the NFL, get the week package. You can check that out as well. We'll be updating the lineups tomorrow morning. What I like to do is I'll do the video live, and then once I quit the video tomorrow morning, I'll update the NFL lineups, or I'll put the NFL lineups up there after everything. I love Patrick Mahomes. Tommy, you're going to have to tune in tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central to talk football. That's how I get you. We'll be back after this break, and this break is a 23-hour break. and we'll come back. We'll talk all things football. Tommy, go check out all of our other YouTube videos. I mentioned, I'm not going to say where I ranked Mahomes, but he may or may not have been in the top 10. He may or may not be in the video that I posted yesterday. So definitely go check that out. Go check out all of our free content. If you're looking for a great cheat sheet, lineups, article as well, we have that at dailyrotohelp.com. You guys can sign up. You can check it out for a week. If you liked it, you can even put a ring on it. And by that, I mean you could sign up for the season pass. I'm actually going to right now. This is what I'm going to do. Once I disconnect from this video, I'm going to put the plans link right here. You can sign up. And if you look right now, you can see that the NFL season package is $199. I'm going to drop it to $99 for this weekend only. So I'm going to drop from $199 to $99 as soon as this video disconnects. Reload the page, check it out. You can sign up through pretty much just until tomorrow before we go live. So you have 24 hours to decide. It's $100 off. You can go check that out. If you do the month pass for any of the month subscriptions, guys, it is a reoccurring. It's a reoccurring thing. You have to cancel it yourself, or you have to email me to let me know you don't want it to automatically renew, and we'll go ahead and cancel it for you. Last weekend, I had some guy literally basically crying at me that he didn't ask for it. It was a big mess, big mess. Anyway, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to get into it. So after this video ends, wait for the video to go to YouTube, and then comment below who you think's going to hit home run, what inning, and put your timestamp so I know who's there. And if you've been on the fence about the NFL season, you're going to get the entire season. You're going to get these videos. You're going to get the articles. You're going to get the premium articles. You're going to get the cheat sheets. You're going to get the lineups. $100 off today only, or for the next 23 hours. So once this ends, guys, go check out dailyrotohelp.com/plans, or go to dailyrotohelp.com. Hit the sign up button. The season pass will be $100 off today only. That's what I've got, guys. Good luck. And as always, bring on that bacon, guys. Peace.